So today I thought I'd actually do something quite different and look at another side of the city of Toronto, one which sort of has such beautiful, sort of lovely neighborhoods as you'll see over here. And at the same time, I've been told that actually, when you think about it, this is one of the most, well, I'm on the way apparently to maybe in the past, one of Toronto's most dangerous neighborhoods. So I don't know what to believe. You know, it's like sometimes a lot of things get overblown. There's a lot of misconceptions and other things like that. And so I'm curious to see whether this is really something that oops, sorry, let me just put my mic in. That really sort of is something to be concerned over. I have been on the street before, so it's near Shooter for anyone who's asking, on to Dundas East. I mean, you know, I know everyone can say that, yeah, you know, that's what Legacy used to be or things like that, but yeah, just interested to walk around a bit, maybe meet a couple of people, have a chat, I don't know, maybe buy someone a coffee, have a discussion about, so tell me what's going on here, how's this neighborhood? So yeah, let's see how this goes. आप उर्दू या हिंदी बहुत बात कर सकते हैं? No? Do you speak? Are you from India? No?
Yeah, from India only.
South India? Okay, I'm from North India. I'm from Punjab originally, and I'm just walking down the street. I was just wanting to ask a couple of questions. If you have a minute, I have a YouTube channel, and I just like to ask people. Oh, you're going to hospital? I'm so sorry. Okay, all right. Yeah, well, we'll see.
Long distance, 3,000 in? That's more than long distance. That's the thing I know. You'd be like, where's my shoe?
So I just met some really fascinating people. I mean, you know, obviously they weren't ready to come on the camera. I think, as you might have seen, a few of them were just not wanting to get into that discussion. And you know, talked a lot about what brought them, I guess, to a bit of a hard life on the streets here, and how is it that the municipality, the government around is actually taking care of them. Obviously, you know, some of the stories are pretty heart-rending. There's some pretty young people here that I've seen. I thought it was maybe something that was older or perhaps related to mental health and hospitalization maybe or something, but sadly enough, a lot of them have stories that are of addiction, and how that addiction effectively took them from homes that were actually much like these. I mean, you know, I don't know how Canadians would sort of look at this, but I'd say, you know, well maintained and kept. This is, you know, a proper neighborhood right across the street, so there's not too many that have actually been on the streets for too long. Some were actually saying some pretty, I guess, you know, graphic stories, obviously, of what living rough is like, and particularly what that means when you have, you know, winter coming, and how some just don't survive the winter, and they basically talk about the newbies who come on the streets, and whether they make it one winter or they don't, you never see them again. There's also a lot of crime that happens because of the vulnerable, and so when you think about some of the fallouts and impact of, you know, not just substance abuse, but even just the impact that has perhaps leading into it on mental health, as we know so well in our various white papers that we've done on mental health, that a lot of the adolescence aspect lacks a safety net. And I think here, for all said and done, I've seen just too many young people, unfortunately, who are reflecting their lives in that way. And so I think the idea is that if we can find some kind of a, you know, a mechanism, some kind of a policy that helps to kind of maybe bring some of this together, it would be absolutely amazing. A lot of other folks were talking about how faith-based systems, you know, churches, you know, other faiths, mosques, temples, gurdwaras, all come together, not just from, you know, feeding and making sure that they have something to sort of rely on, but even in terms of the general safety, having a roof over your head from time to time. And so it's a on one side a story of resilience, you know, when you see folks who are doing their best and trying to sort of make what they can out of life. And at the same time, what does it mean for caregivers to help bring that together? So I guess, you know, I wish I could have had a lot of this recorded. I'm hopefully going to speak to some of the administrators of some of the faith-based institutions here who are doing some great work, providing safety to girls, to young boys, ensuring that the elderly who are facing a lot of hardships are at least able to get some way of getting back on their feet again, or at least having another day to be able to overcome whatever's plaguing them. And, you know, all said and done, this city is such an amazing city. It's such a city with so much of, I mean, love and affection for everybody. And I think, you know, really we need to look into how perhaps we need to look at the rehabilitation aspects as well. It's been an interesting couple of hours, and certainly has opened up, I think, a lot of my own perspectives.
I found her in the morning when I went out. I went out to the glam